So finally, we're gonna talk about Jagged Little Pill.
Nice.
This is your favorite musical of all time, right?
Be nice.
Okay. I guess
Be be kind.
be kind. No, I
Oh,
legit.
that's from it.
Nah, that's a quick
That's a
quote.
line.
I this was the thing that started part of your Broadway world. It was the first episode you ever did was talking about this musical,
Oh,
right? Remind me.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
I fucking love this musical. It's so good. It's legit.
So good.
It's a really good jukebox. It does. Okay, it's really good. I really love it. The performances are really good. Just if I any criticism, which is minimal, it's just that it's a jukebox musical, so there's a lot of times where these songs weren't really
Yeah.
written to be part of a story or a narrative. So there's times where they don't really fit, but then there's other times where they really do. There's also
Um.
really weird. Okay, you would know this better than I. Did Alanis
Yeah.
Morissette write the story of this, and it was she involved in it in any capacity beyond the music?
No, but Diablo Cody did,
Diablo. Okay, because there is a
and
very
she wrote two of the songs. She
yes.
wrote two songs for that production.
Yes, she did. Predator is phenomenal. It's really
Yes.
good. It's a harrowing moment. We're gonna get back to it because I have to explain to Jordan the story of Jagged Little Pill because he doesn't know it. I refrained from telling him too much about it. Um, um, so
I'm uninitiated.
the other moment that was before I jump into the story. The moment for me that was really weird. Um, when they eventually you know the song "Ironic," Jordan.
Not by name.
Isn't it ironic? It's like rain on a summer day. It's a free ride.
On your wedding day.
Oh, that's what it was. When you're
On your wedding day.
I'm so bad with that. I'm just trying to get the rhythm so he gets that dun 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 dun. And who would have thought? It figures.
Sounds familiar, but I probably would recognize it if
If
we
it was Alanis
had the
Morissette
actual.
singing, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
Probably.
we
I'll
had the
play it for you
actual
later.
singer.
But there's a character who's like, it's just like, that none of that stuff is actually ironic. It's just a bunch of bad stuff that's getting worse. And it's this really weird meta moment, and then one of the main love interests is like, I like the lyrics of because the framing device of her singing ironic is presented as this character has written it as like a poem. So she's like it's a poem
Okay.
slash I can't remember how exactly she describes it, but she's like I'm like so a song, and so yeah. So
But that,
sorry, go on.
but that's the joke though.
No, I get
Because
that. That's
even
the joke. Yeah.
that's the joke though. Because even the classmates are like, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not irony.
The idea is they're in this class where they're learning how to constructively criticize stuff. And yeah, so eventually one of the main love interests, this is the scene where he gets introduced, comes out and he's like, I think it's brilliant. I think the thing is brilliant. And I'm like, if Alanis Morissette wrote this, it's a little narcissistic and a little self-indulgent. Just a little bit. But no, it's very okay. So the plot of this is basically it's about a seemingly suburban family, a perfect suburban family. It begins with her name is MJ, named after a lyric in one of the songs. She is writing a Christmas card and she is presenting her family as being perfect, and she says how she's gotten in a car crash and she's healed herself with the magic of goodwill and holistic medicine and exercise, and her family is perfect. When in reality, she is addicted to pills. Her husband has a porn addiction.
Ooh.
The daughter who is adopted in black. is has a girlfriend and is a lesbian that they don't know that she has. And the only one who seemingly is completely perfect is the brother, who is gotten into Harvard. Have I gotten anything wrong so far?
You got everything right.
That sounds right. And so sort of the inciting incident of the play is the kids go to a party. And did I miss anything plot wise? I don't think I did. Right?
I did you talk about how Steve Healy is the dad and he's like kind of a workaholic?
Right. So Steve Healy, yeah, he's the dad, and he's the one who's addicted to porn, because his wife won't have sex with him. Which, you know what, fair enough. Steve, as an aside, Steve is like the best character in this because he's just a legitimately good guy who like didn't really do anything wrong. Like he kind of does everything right, and he has a moment at the end where he apologizes a bunch, and I'm like, I don't really think you did anything. I mean, to be fair, she's like, I'm the one who's addicted to anyway. Yeah, so he's a workaholic or whatever. Yeah, they go to this party, and
He's a workaholic. He's addicted to that workahol.
right, the daughter, who you think is a lesbian, who's with this girl named JoJo, who is kind of this like, I don't know how to describe JoJo. She's kind of like a very straightforward.
No, it's just Joe.
Or Joe, sorry. I don't know. JJ. I think I want to call her J. Anyway, Joe. JoJo. Joe is a very like straightforward kind of character. I don't know how to describe her, but she's
Straight laced.
No, like she's kind of sassy. Kind of her whole bit is she's non-binary. That's from from the original. She's supposed to be non-binary, so she dressed in masculine clothes, and her parents, her mother in particular, is constantly trying to get her to dress like a girl. That's the whole bit.
Got it.
And she is in a relationship kinda with the daughter, who again is black.
With Frankie,
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, Frankie is the name of the daughter. And I'm glad. See, this is why I'm glad you're here, because I would have had way more difficulty doing this by myself. Yeah, she's with Joe, and they go to this party. They're invited to this end of school party, and the brother, whose name is
Nick.
He's head of the football team, right? Not
All-star.
All-star. Everyone loves.
No, not the football team, but yeah, the football team.
It's either football or basketball. It's American.
Sports ball. He's doing a sports ball.
He's doing a sports ball. Yeah, everyone loves him, and he's gonna go to Yale or Harvard. I'm pretty sure it's Yale.
Harvard.
It's Harvard. And the mother spent all this time working to get him into Harvard, like being on him. So he's like the perfect golden child. They go to this party. That becomes important later. They go to this party, and that she bonds with this guy that she met in class who defended Ironic. And they sort of kind of start to bond and develop a Phoenix. His name is Phoenix. They develop a thing. And the brother connects with his best friend and a female childhood friend, and they sing a song about all this stuff happening at the party, and it cuts to the next day, and they're now at school, and these pictures have been passed around of Bella
Fox. Yep.
Yeah, and they're of her shirt open, and it looks like she has had sexual intercourse at this party, and
but she was SA'd.
Right. Well, you don't know what's happened at first initially, and the sister and Joe are they're like looking for a cause kind of people, like they want to protest. That's kind of their whole deal. And so they find they're like taking pictures of her without her consent, violates her consent. We should go talk to her and see if she's okay. And so they go check on her, and that's where you find out that she was raped. Sorry, YouTube. Was assaulted at this party.
I was just gonna say SA. You went right for it.
I went right for it. You have to, man. It's that kind of story. And yeah, you find out that
raped.
You find out. I don't know. Is it in that conversation where she reveals that it was the best friend? That's the. That we.
It was Nick's best friend.
Nick's best friend, but is that initial conversation? Does she reveal it there or later on that it's Nick's best friend?
It's implied. Oh well, trying to remember. I think it was revealed there, but I think it wasn't implied in like the beginning
Right. And
stuff.
they
It
find
was
out.
implied at the party.
Right, yeah, no, it is there because like Frankie goes back to the house and she goes
Yeah.
looking for Nick, and that's where Nick reveals, or eventually Nick reveals that he watched it happen, he saw it happen, basically.
Yeah,
Um,
and he didn't say
and he
anything.
didn't say anything, and the mother is not JJ is not particularly supportive, and she tells him that she shouldn't. And her whole thing throughout this is she's been taking progressively. So she has a song early on, or she has a moment
Yeah,
early on where she goes to the pharmacist to try to
yeah.
get more pills, and she's already been to 2 doctors and they won't give her any more pills. And she has this song which is really well done. And I think it was the original. The thing about watching bootlegs, slime tutorials.
Which slime tutorial did you see
It
though?
was
Did
on.
you see the?
I found it through I found it through Google Drive through a Tumblr.
Okay,
It said it was
the original.
I think so. It said it was
Okay,
2019.
yep, that's original. Okay,
Um,
so MJ, he like
it was the second dad. It wasn't the first dad. It was the second dad.
yeah, okay. Yeah, MJ, and him, like, and Nick, like, have a fight over it,
Yeah,
and then she slaps him. Did you see
yeah,
that part? Yeah.
yeah. That was that for me as a person who has done theater. Moments like that are wild to me because I just picture every single rehearsal where she didn't hit him hard enough, and they both laughed. Like you could just.
You're like, or
Yeah, where they had to rehearse it over and over again to make it look convincing on stage. But
yeah,
there's a song. My problem with the watching a bootleg is the it got better in the second half where I could actually hear
Yeah.
the lyrics of them, but the first half of it wasn't a great. The sound quality
Yeah.
wasn't great. But there's a really good song where it's like she's going through her day on drugs, and it happens in reverse. So you see
Yep.
her at the pharmacist, and she goes to buy the drugs from this drug dealer, and she takes the drugs, and then all of a sudden everything that you just saw happens in reverse.
so she takes him out.
It's really cool. It's really well done. It's staged really
Yeah.
well. She's so good. Her performance is so there's there's like just in terms of staging. Like there's a lot of moments which I can see that I appreciated the commitment, like when she's tweaking on drugs, like when she's in the grocery store after not being able to get her drugs, and she's like twitching and stuff. That was so believable, and it was believable, and you wouldn't see that if you were watching that live. You just wouldn't. So that's for her. That's to stay in the character, stay in the moment.
My favorite thing though of that whole entire everything going backward scene, the jump rope guy,
Yeah,
jump roping backwards.
So
That it takes skill.
So good. And yeah, so I can't remember when when you find out. Okay. Do you find out about what happened to MJ in college before or after Frankie and Phoenix do the do?
Before. I believe it's when Catherine.
You're right.
When.
Sorry, go on.
It was when Bella goes to talk to MJ and she's in the kitchen making.
It's in the you're right. It's in the second half of it's in the second half because the second half opens with they're in marriage counseling, and that they come back and Joe walks in on them, and that's how they're getting back from. You're right. Okay, so at the end of the second half. Sorry.
Or no, I think like that happened, and then her and her parents are walking home from like the therapy session, and then Joe says the famous line, and he was wearing dog tags like a douche.
Right. Yes. That's Lauren Patton, right?
Yep, Lauren Patton.
Yeah. She gets to sing. She gets to sing "You Ought to Know," and man, she
Yeah.
puts her everything into it. It's so good. It's why.
It's so good.
But that's where I'm like when it comes to jukebox musicals. If you like the music, you're gonna get into it way more. And I just realized how many Alanis Morissette songs. Also, Alanis Morissette is a Canadian treasure. So like I just realized how many Alanis Morissette songs I like when I was watching this. I was like, oh hey, I didn't realize that was an Alanis Morissette song. I like that song.
Yeah,
And they get to sing
I
along
was
to
the same
it.
way. I was the same way because all I ever heard on the radio was "Hand in My Pocket" and
Yeah, I had no
"You
idea
Want
that
to
was.
Know."
I had no. I
I
knew.
didn't know the rest of them.
I knew You Ought to Know was a Alanis Morissette. I had no idea Hand in Your Pocket was. The one they sing in the second act. The da 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 da. Oh, the one where it's the husband singing about how.
Someone sexy.
Yeah, I think that might be it. But there's one in the second act where I was like, oh, that's an Alanis Morissette song. Ah, wild. Anyway, at the end of the first act, you find out that in college, JJ or MJ was also sexually assaulted in the same way.
Yep.
You find out that the brother's best friend had sex with
Bella Fox.
Bella Fox. Had sex with her while she was unconscious, basically. And the same thing happened to MJ when she was in college, and she's basically telling Bella Fox to push it way down deep and bury it and pretend it never happened, and you'll just eventually move on with your life. No one will believe you anyway. Victim not helping victim kind of stuff. And she's telling there's a really they eventually the brother confesses what happened, and there's a really just upsetting song going through what happened at the party, which like culminates in this.
Forgiven, that song. Yeah.
No, I think it's Predator. Is it Predator? The one where it ends with the bed on the stage and him actually assaulting her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so upsetting.
It it goes through the party and leading up to her being
and there's
in the bedroom.
There's a really cool bit, and they bring it back later on, and I'm going to talk about it in a moment. But they bring it back later on where they eventually swap, and now Bella Fox is being played by another dancer. And you get to see her like just ragdoll around the stage, like simulating her being so drunk she could barely move at this party.
Yeah.
And they just throw this blonde woman around. It was like, oh my god, this is upsetting. And then
her stage double was amazing.
Oh, it's so good. And like when it gets to the bit where he because for a lot of this, I was gonna save this for the end, but for a lot of this, I was like, this should be a movie. Why isn't this a movie? This could be a movie, and I'm like, like they could absolutely this would be, especially in like this day and age. I cannot believe no one's ever adapted this into a movie. But then I'm like, how do you do the assault scene? Like I'm like, do you show it? Because this the play shows it.
Yeah, because one, we had a waitress pro shot. Two, we're going to get a Hadestown pro shot.
Oh, I'm not even
and
talking, I'm not even talking just pro shots. Although yes, absolutely they should do a pro shot. I'm talking like movie film, like an adaptation, a movie adaptation. Like they should do a movie of this. Like this is good enough. There's enough interesting drama, character dynamics. The topic of women and sexual assault is so prevalent nowadays. Like it would resonate with so many people.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Is like they also did the Dear Evan Hansen movie.
Yeah.
They did, and they did West Side Story. So why not do this?
I think you could. My one question is, just how do you tackle I think that's maybe why, because a major component of it involves a sexual assault. So it's like on stage you can.
I've seen movies handle that.
Yeah, but it's kind of this one's kind of I get this is just me playing devil's advocate mostly because I agree they should be a movie. But I mean I suppose, do you show it? Because this again the play shows it, the musical shows it on stage. You see him assault her on stage. It is uncomfortable.
In movie language, they would probably allude to it without directly showing it.
Probably, yeah. I guess
that's the only thing that they could do.
because otherwise, just from what you're describing, it
But
would probably be too graphic.
it cuts back to the mom and the son, because this is him telling her what he saw, and it turns out he stood there and watched and then just walked away. And she gets pissed and she's like, what the fuck, basically, why didn't you do anything? And she like starts to have these flashbacks. Oh, and also there's been this sort of running plot throughout it. Her and the husband haven't had sex in a year. They're not connecting. She's not, and she's again addicted to these pills, becoming more. She's trying to taper off of them. Sorry. Go ahead, Haley.
I was just gonna add to what you were saying was like, yeah, like where she's like, yeah, she's like, what the fuck, and she's like fighting with him, and she's like basically chasing him,
Yeah.
and then like she pushes him, and he fights back with like yelling at her, and then she slaps him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's so she's basically like, why didn't you do anything? And he's like, I would if I could go back. I would change every blah 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 blah. And she's like, I'm gonna make it right. I'm gonna go say something. I'm gonna go talk to the police. And she's like, no, don't, because it's just gonna ruin your life, and you're gonna be known as the guy who did nothing while your friend got sexually assaulted. And he's like, no, why are you getting mad at me for wanting to do the right thing now? And she's like, because you didn't do the right thing then. That's what mattered, and you fucked up. But there's like, her life is ruined. There's no sense in ruining your life too. And yeah, that's, I think at that point you had already, she has a song where she sings about how she's basically said, or she has a monologue, I think is what it is, where she's basically like, yeah, I thought, where she's talking to God. She's at a church and she's talking to God, and she's basically like, even
Forgiven.
when it happened to me, I thought that it was your plan, and I thought it was what you wanted, and I like justified it to myself, basically. And so then what happens next? Sorry, we're going through this. Then the daughter Frankie has this whole thing where she's black, and the parents tried to raise her as though she was like, didn't really draw attention to her race, which has made her resentful, and she runs away. Gets lost in New York.
I should preface this though, before all that happens. Like after Forgiven, it goes to intermission, and when intermission comes back, it goes straight into Not the Doctor.
Yes.
That song, Not the Doctor, and it's the therapist's point of view of it. Like, or no, it's like MJ and Steve just saying how much they don't want to go to couples counseling.
Oh, that's interesting. Then maybe the pro shot I watched, because the part it cut back, they were already in therapy. Maybe they did sing a song about not wanting to be in therapy. I don't remember.
Yeah. And it sings like how they're not the doctor, and then they do the therapy, and then that's when they, on the way home, they run into Joe.
Yeah, Songs You Ought to Know, which is just might be my favorite number.
You ought to know.
It's probably my favorite number. It's really good, and the woman who plays it is amazing. Lauren Patton. She's really
It's not fair.
But You Ought to Know happens way later, though. The song before that is Unprodigal Daughter, where, because Frankie had, okay, so in this scene, Frankie has already slept with Phoenix.
Right,
Joe touches her.
Right. Yeah. She ends up she ends up sleeping with Phoenix, and she's 16. Very important to mention that she's 16. She has sex with Phoenix, and the parents freak out, and then she gets upset, and she's like, oh, you're more upset with me having consensual sex with somebody that I like than you are about her having non-consensual sex with somebody she didn't want to, and that causes her to freak out and run away, and she winds up in New York, lost. And she calls Phoenix, who is a nice guy, and has made it very clear that he has a sister with medical issues, who he has to be there for. And then she calls, is like, you should drop everything and come to New York. And he's like, I can't. And then she gets mad and is like, you just wanted to have sex with me. I'm being reductive, but that's basically what happens.
But what happens is, like, she calls him. They have all that conversation, and like, he says, "I love you," and he doesn't say it back.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot about that part. Yes, he says, "I love you." He does not reciprocate in that moment.
Yeah, and she's like, well, aren't you gonna say I love you? I mean,
And he's all like, I'm
and
16. We're teenagers. This is happening really fast. Basically.
like basically that, but like he was like, um, I just don't know, like, this is happening really fast, and like his mom was calling him, and so he's like, and he was like flustered, and he's like, I gotta go,
Yeah.
and before he hangs up, Frankie goes, oh, so you just wanted to get me in bed?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
This
Which
was all just
I
for
don't
you.
think he did. I think, but I don't be fair. Maybe, but I didn't read
I
it
think
that
she
way.
initiated it. I'll go there now. I think she initiated it.
It sure seems that way. And then and then Joe shows up to pick her up, and they were. Frankie's like, I didn't know that we were exclusive, and I'm finding out that I'm bisexual, and she's like, I'm mad at you. You used me, and then she sings, "You Ought to Know," which is about Dave Coulier.
That's wrong and right at the same time.
And it's
That's wrong
honestly
and right at the same time.
in this pro shot, it was a really good, it was phenomenally performed song. And then yeah, so then she finishes singing it, and the Frankie gets a call, and the mom is in the hospital, and the next song is a really well performed, amazingly performed number. It's basically her having an overdose on the couch, and
It's like her, like battling her mind
yeah,
of like, trying not to take the pills, or
it's
like,
yeah,
and then she takes the pills, and then goes through all that song. Oh, the song called
I don't know whatever it is. It's really good because the way.
Uninvited.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Uninvited.
it's really good. It's represented as her, and that's where I'm like, this would be really cool if you did this in a movie and you made it really trippy and psychedelic.
Yeah.
And like, there's a moment. Basically it's her on the couch, and she has a body double, and the body double is her, and the body double lip syncs everything she says. So it's like this part of her is singing to her, and it's just a white couch in a black void, and I'm like, this would look great in a movie where it's just a black void and a white couch, and it's you CGI the face onto this body double, and this would be so good in a movie like that.
And then
like, this would be a good movie.
Because there was also a part of that song where behind the couch, Catherine Gallagher, who played Bella Fox, comes out of the shadow.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah,
you can do that too.
Yeah, that's again, it's just so good. And then it turns out that she was buying the pills from a drug dealer.
Fentanyl.
Well, it turns out that she had bought counterfeit pills that were
Yeah.
opioids and what was opioids and
And fentanyl.
and fentanyl combined. And yeah, this character is really funny because there's a bit at the end where her whole bit is she's really sarcastic and really cutting. And there's a bit like when they're in therapy, the husband's saying all the things he likes about her, and she makes some sort of jab at him. And it's like, see, she's hilarious. But there's a bit at the end where he's really upset because he's like,
oh my god, that was like my favorite thing. He's like, and I'm just a dog underneath the table, begging for table scraps, being kicked in the head with loafers.
Yeah, he's funny. I quite liked him. But yeah, no, there's a bit at the end where he finds out that she's an addict, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't know, and I should have known, and I should have this, and I should have that. And she went like, there's a reason you didn't know, basically. Like, I was really good at hiding it, and like, yeah. And then there's a really great line where the doctor, where the husband's like, she doesn't look like an addict, and the doctor says, what does an addict look like? And
that was chilling. That was chilling.
So good.
And then
that's good. That's good shit.
My favorite line was like after the fact, after she gets out of the hospital and she's in the wheelchair, and she's like, and he's like saying like, how like sorry he is, and like,
I'm the worst person alive, and I love that bit.
He's like, I'm the worst person alive. I'm overdosing on on pills.
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah.
I win.
He's like, I'm the one who overdosed on opioids. I win. I was like, that's funny. That's funny. That was legit funny. And then it ends with the Phoenix and Gracie are just Frankie are just friends. She's now writing what is now the final Christmas letter, where she is admitted to everything. She admits she's an addict. She admits that everything in the family is not great. And yeah, she's like, I'm now going to write about Steve, the person.
He admits that he only knows one line of one Alanis Morissette chord.
He can only play one Alanis Morissette chord. Yeah. I was like, this is really good. I understand why you like this. This is really good. And yeah,
I love it.
I would absolutely vote for a movie. I'm like, you could make this into a movie. There's some elements of it that you have to change, but you can make this. Jukebox musicals do super well. Like, you could totally do that.
Lauren Patton sent me a playbill.
Oh, really? Oh, so okay.
A signed playbill.
So she's the one who's your friend, right?
No, Sean Allen Krill, the one that played Steve Healy, is my friend.
Really? The dad?
Yeah.
He's the second dad is your friend?
Yes.
Wow, he's really good. So he was in the bootleg I saw. He's really good. Yeah. I mean, if you ever talk to him and tell him I said he's really good. Like, he's really good. I was so thoroughly impressed. I loved his character. Like, he did, as far as I was concerned, he did nothing wrong.
Also, that's not the second dad. The bootleg you saw, I'm gonna guess, is from the original broadcast, which is not the second dad.
No, the first dad, according to Wikipedia, there from the original run, there's two dads. I'll pull it up. Because I clicked on his picture and I'm like, no, that's definitely the guy. Hold on. According to, and to be fair, this is according to Wikipedia. You are the expert. I trust you more than Wikipedia. But according to Wikipedia, okay, so according to Wikipedia, this blew my mind. I thought this was a weird connection. Idina Menzel is MJ in 2017, and then it becomes Elizabeth Stanley. Michael Park. It says Michael Park was the first Steve.
I mean, technically, but that was out of town tryouts.
Oh, okay. So he was in for the main Broadway run, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes total sense. He's really good. But didn't you interview Lauren Patton for your show though?
No, I'm trying. It's not working.
No. Oh, hey, fair. And she's also really good. But yeah, I thoroughly like this. I would totally watch it as a movie. I was surprised. I will confess, I went into it a tad cynically because I was not expecting much, but I was blown away. I was like,
I did interview the Joe that was on tour.
Oh, neat. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Hey everybody, it's Endcard Justin here again. Let me know down in the comments. Are you familiar with the Jagged Little Pill musical? Do you love it? Is it your favorite musical? It's a pretty darn good musical, let me tell you. Haley's got good taste. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that this video is from, you click the box on the left. Or if you would like to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, you can hit the box on the right. Or you can hang around, hit subscribe, that helps us out as well. And if you could please leave a like if you like the video, that's also great. We'll see you all in the next video, everybody.